Days like these are just worth walking on. So ego might not be something that comes to mind as an autistic, but today I'm going to tell you why you may have ego in your life as an autistic, even if you think that you're a failure or you mess up or you're not good enough. I'll tell you the realization that I had. Let's get straight into the video. So I'll start off with the realization I had very recently, and that was to do with the root cause of why I'm negative, why I put myself down. And what I figured out is that it was because of ego. Because I always wanted to feel better or greater than everyone else. So for example, I wanted to be good at this, or I wanted to be good at that. If I wasn't good, or if I was really bad at whatever I was doing, I would get really upset. So you might be thinking that, hold on a second, Jaden, that doesn't come from ego, that's just you feeling bad. But you have to think of the root of this. You have to dig deep. You got to dig really deep to actually find what the problem is. Because at the end of the day, what is the motivator to why I think that, why I'm negative, why I'm upset, why I feel like I'm not good enough? So we all have our motivations. We all have something that causes us to do an action. And for this instant, that was my action. That was the motivator that had caused that action. So I could have been looking at the surface of it and going, okay, I'm having this problem. I am negative and I want to be better. The solution to that problem is to be better than everyone else. Well, there you go. I've just figured out what the root problem is and what I'm thinking. I've just figured out from questioning the surface level, I've figured out the root cause of what started this, what planted the seed, what caused this to grow. And that's why I stress about really being self-critical on this channel, because if you're not self-critical, you're not going to find the problems within yourself. You're not going to be able to find, okay, this problem is here and I accept this problem, and how am I going to move forward? A lot of the time, most people don't accept their problems. They don't want to accept the root cause of their problems because it makes them feel bad, or it makes them feel like they're not good enough. Look, most of the time we think negatively. Most of the time as a human being, we go towards the negative route. So you need to question that thought. You need to question why you might be thinking that. And sometimes you might not get it. And don't worry, it took me a long time to figure this out. It took me a long time to figure out that ego was the problem. But maybe I was denying it. Maybe I was overlooking it. I'm not too sure. Maybe I was overlooking it just because I did want to feel better than everyone else. And I was hoping that the solution to the problem was trying to be better than everyone else, which I was wrong. Because at the end of the day, you're on your own journey, you're on your own level, and unfortunately, you're not going to ever be the best in the world at everything. Even at one thing, you're probably still not the best. There's probably more people that are better than you at the one thing you do. You can get to a high level at what you're doing, but at the end of the day, being the best may require 100% of your brain power, time, energy, and patience. But obviously we don't have that. We can't do one thing in a day because we've got other things to do, obviously. Unless you're an athlete and you want to get into the Olympics or something and you have the money and time, we'll go for it. But it's knowing that you've tried your best with the situation you have. With my go-karting and my racing, I never had the best equipment. I never had the best go-kart or engine. And I still had times where I felt really good about, wow, hold on, I've got this equipment and I still did this good. I'm really happy with my result. Even if I wasn't first, didn't matter because I knew the level I should have been at. I knew where I should have been. Okay, maybe I should have placed about here or done around these times. But then I do more than that. And I go, oh, okay, that's good that I did that. But at the end of the day, if you know you've put in the effort, you know you have done as best as you can. And I'm not saying to go to one extreme where you're sitting on the couch and you're only doing something for 10 minutes and going, oh, that's good enough. Not to an extreme. That's my point here. Like, you need to identify what is your extreme. You could be too far one way where it's like, okay, you're doing pretty much nothing. Or you could also be going the other way where you're doing too much and you're getting burnt out. So you need to find your baseline. You need to find your middle ground where you can go, okay, this is a comfortable amount. This is a comfortable amount and I could manage this. So you still need to be pushing yourself, especially if you know you're on this end, which is the end where it's like, okay, or maybe I'm not doing enough. Or you might need to drop back if you're doing too much, because you might be stressing out way too much. Get to know me personally with my one-on-one coaching. First call is absolutely free. Check the link out in the description. Anyway, I think that's the end of this video. Like and subscribe to watch more educational content about autism and how to be an independent young man on the autism spectrum. Anyway, have a good day. See you later.